Hello, aloha, welcome back to the Real Trash Podcast. Aloha. Welcome back to the Real Trash Podcast. And I'm so excited to have you guys with me today. Hello, my name is Noah James Markham. If you've never been to this podcast before and this is your first time, welcome to this podcast. We talk about trashy subjects from politics to celebrity news to Disney news. And then we also talk about weekly updates and how my life is going through the whole week. And yeah, so you get a lot of details of my life in that weekly update. And then also my main topic I like to talk about on my podcast is to let people know that the biggest topic is disability. And I like to explain this because I am a podcaster. And yes, I welcome everybody on my podcast. I am very diverse. And yes, I am from the state of Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii. Hawaii represent everybody. But yes, now I live in a different state from Hawaii. And yeah, so yeah, it's so exciting to be with you guys. So welcome, welcome, welcome. As you see that on my profile picture, I like to do a little different thing with Tinkerbell. As you see, that was me. But yeah, I like to dress up on Halloween. That was Halloween, by the way. Okay, Halloween. Yes. And so yeah. But today, also my very important thing, like I say, I like to talk about disabilities on my topic, and some people may not agree with this subject, and some people may agree with this subject, because it just depends on, later on in your life you've gotten your disability, and you may not understand it, or you may have gotten it in the early years of your life or the beginning of your life, and you're still miserable and you haven't accepted the fact that you have them, um, and you still don't agree on things. So it just depends on how the person perceives things and how people really care and how people don't care. There's people that agree, and then there's people that are not gonna agree, right? So that's how I perceive things in the disability world, or anything I discuss about on my channel. But this is the persona of disability because of how far and how bad it has gotten for my community. But yes, so I'd like to welcome you. I have disabilities. And yes, my name is Noah James. I am from Hawaii. I like to introduce myself all the time on the introduction of my podcast. Yes, and I've had a disability since I came out of my mother's stomach. She had a C-section with me. I was diagnosed with hard of hearing right when I got out of her stomach, the year of 1998. Yes, ever since I've known that. And yeah, I have a deaf friend that's deaf, but also I can communicate with other deaf people too. I can watch what they're signing, um, and I can also interpret to them too. So that is really exciting. I learned that in preschool and kindergarten. That's when I really started to learn it. Um, and yes, it took me a long time to learn how to talk. So it's a big improvement, but still there's a lot of things that go into that, because signing and speaking to real people in real life in English is not the same as sign language. So you have to, it's tricky. It's very tricky. Um, And yeah, also, I've learned how to, what is it? Oh, yeah. I was diagnosed in 2014 with autism on the autistic spectrum. Um, and yes, there's people that don't understand that concept either, and they keep on nagging you over. They just keep on doing it because they think they just don't understand. So they're just gonna do any way to annoy you, to because their character in themselves, deep inside, they don't know how bad they are, and so they are going to do anything in their power, anything to annoy you, to do anything to make you upset. And I know there's a lot of autism people. They can't talk like me, but I'm able to express. Um, and then also, I have intellectual disability, learning disabilities. So that comes from, learning in school. If I need more accommodation from my teacher's notes when I do my tests, to if I need an interpreter, if I need a note taker, I need a note taker so I can focus on the lecture while listening to the teacher at the time. Um, and yeah, it just comes from sitting out of the classroom, taking a test in a different scenario so I don't get distracted by everybody. Sometimes I will need somebody to read the test over for me. It just depends um, on what I need. So yeah, and that's another thing. Accommodation is a big tough thing in the accommodation world for college or even in the elementary. They don't want to give you your accommodation that you should be having um, because they're very hesitant about that. And I am very frustrated about that because it should not be like this for somebody with a disability that wants to learn like everybody else. But yeah, so welcome to the Real Trash Podcast today. So today you can choose if it's a trashy subject or if it's not. I think it can be a trashy subject or it can be an important subject at the same time. Um, so yeah, today the title is Black or African American. Now, in high school, I think it was high school. Actually, no, I had black friends in elementary too. Actually, I think elementary. I'm thinking about junior high. Did I have black friends in mm, middle school? Oh yes, I think I did in middle school too. Or was she in high school and I was in middle school at the time? I don't. I'm trying to figure out if I've known somebody in middle school that was black. I did. Oh yes, I did. I had a teacher actually. I think. Oh yeah, I had a teacher in middle school. What do you call? Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, high school I had. Okay, so yeah, I've had people in my life, black or African American, through my life, but I've never experienced this until I really got into the world after high school, because of the African American community I had with friends with elementary or teachers in middle school or high school. I had friends in high school that were very, very considerate and very, they were very nice. Um, and they didn't seem like they had an issue with their race, anything like that. Um, but as I got out of high school, I've had friends that are African American black. This is why I bring up the black or African American word because I know this might be controversial or not, I don't know, but I need to bring this up to effect because um, African American, black, whatever you call it, get offended over these words. Now, I talked to some black folks that don't care if they call them black, and some black folks that say you shouldn't call them black, you should call them African American. You know, um, and so that frustrates me a little bit, and they get offended if you. Um, and this is after high school, so I've had. I think okay, let's see. I was trying to figure out. My high school friends were very nice. They were very kept in though because I don't know if it was because of high school. I don't know what it was, but they were very nice people. Um, my first African American friend. Um, I have to say, okay, yeah, is it them? Okay, first of all, I had one African American friend. Actually, no, I met one in college. She was very nice, very sweet. But then everything happened because of college. I didn't have the right accommodations. I didn't have the right help. And so I lost connection with this African American. She was very nice, a very sweet African American. Oh yeah, I had a tennis friend too, and they they kind of like, oh my God, Noah has changed. I don't know where Noah's went after college, because I had a lot of stuff I had to deal with, and dealing with a Trump family too was no help trying to go to school. So I had a lot on my plate. Plus not getting my accommodation. Plus not getting accommodations when I was playing sports for tennis that they didn't understand it all. It was a lot of things that I was going at the time. I went to college right after I graduated in 2017. Um, so yeah, we didn't have enough navigation. I didn't have enough navigation to know they were gonna keep me a year back, but it was like no because I need to figure it out for myself. You know, because I know that disability people can do things on their own. It just depends on your scenario, on your mental health, and other scenarios too. Um, it just depends. But yeah, so I had some in college. They were so nice, so sweet people. I was great connected to them. They were just awesome people. Um, but after college, I lost connection with them, and that was really heartbreaking and really sad. That was crazy time. That was suck that I had to lose those African American friends. Then one day I went to a club and I met this lady, African American lady, black, black African. I don't know. See, I don't know what to say. Black African, black friend. Um, at the club, my friend's cousins. We went out to a club one day, and we, I love the club. I like to have fun. Like as you can see on my reels, I love to have fun with the reels, even though I don't know what half the stuff they're saying. I like the rhythm of the music. Um, but yeah, so I was at the club having a great time. I know she must have been drunk at the time, and we hook up, and then she got my Snapchat, whatever. We started talking, and then she we talked on Snapchat, um, and then one day we met at her mother's house for the first meeting. We talked and got to know each other for the first time. And this was during COVID time, or like right after COVID, or it might have been during the COVID time of the era of it. Or it just started COVID. Might have just started, it might have been right after. One of those. Oh, I think it was right before COVID. Yeah, it was. So I met this black friend. And she was so cool. She had kids. Um, and there might be hints on my YouTube videos. You might see them. I don't know. You might see them there. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. And then I think in October of that year, it might have been October of that year or the next year. because COVID might have been around already. I don't remember. But one of those years, she decided to, in October, because I was dressing up in Jasmine from Disney, the princess. Um, I needed help. I needed earrings. I didn't have earrings at the time. I had nails, but I didn't have earrings, or I didn't have makeup, somebody to do my makeup for Jasmine. So I asked her, if I could have her do my makeup for Jasmine, because I'm like, can you do my makeup for Jasmine? Um, and so she said, okay, yeah. I said, do you mind? Because I have a friend gonna be over here too. I said, oh no, I don't mind, because really I just wanted the friendship with that friend, right? That was doing my makeup. But she decided to bring somebody else along. And so this other lady came along. And we met on October, Halloween. Okay, it was Halloween. Yeah. Um, so that was nice because she was really nice too. This girl was really nice too. Um, that we met on October. She came into the picture. Then we just decided to be friends because she was so cool, outgoing. She was so cool, outgoing. Both of them were very outgoing people. Um, yeah, so we went to Las Vegas together. Um, and this is the time that the scenario of when I was in, I think this is when the Trump era, I think it was after, no, this is when, right when Biden comes in, and like I'm in my place of, of the thick of the Trump era of, like, how I said that people in the Trump, whatever, people that I live with try to change my character and all that stuff. And I started to tell them things, and, they felt a type of way. And I understand that. But also, um, so yeah, we started hanging out. It was great, whatever. And so it was a few years that we got along with each other. So we had misconception because I was talking about Trump things and the conspiracy. That was horrible. And then one day we went to my friend's. Oh yeah, and then I had my YouTube channel, right? And she's like, "Oh, go right." And one of them smoked, weed, marijuana. What do you call it? We call it pakalolo in Hawaii, but it's weed, marijuana. One of them did it. The other friend, she didn't do it, but her boyfriend did it. And as you can say, like, I respect people and but also you should as a friend, you should respect me too, right? Because what I'm telling you is, I'm trying to tell you is, I don't smoke, I don't like this stuff, and I don't drink. So I don't like these things at all. Um, and so I brought the YouTube thing, and I started to bring a YouTube channel out. Um, and I started it, and they're like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I said, "I'm gonna bring it around, you guys, because you know this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a YouTube channel now." And as friends, you're supposed to be friends, right? And you're gonna agree on things no matter what happens. Your friendship should be how it should be, whatever. This friendship started to take a turn. Um, and I think it was when YouTube started. I started to film and do other things. They were drunk. I had a scene where she was drunk and something happened, and she was like, "Take that out! Don't take that in! That's so embarrassing." I said, "But this is real stuff. I could have put this on my YouTube channel, whatever." I told her from the beginning that I'm gonna have this YouTube channel and you should agree with it. And she agreed with it. And all of a sudden, no, now I can't do these things. I can't do my YouTube channel. I can't um, take pictures. I'm like, what kind of friendship is this? I'm ready. Like, what kind of friendship is this? This is not a friendship at all. You know, it's just weird to me. And then, yeah, so that happened. No more pictures. I can't do this, that. Weird, because if you're my friend and we just agreed on this stuff, and you should be a friend and agree and not to disagree about things. And then this other friend that was on Halloween, remember that friend? Then we went out to a birthday party for the child, because she had children too. And her children had a birthday party. My sister was on the phone one day. The other friend that I met at the bar, she was on the side. This friend that we went to the birthday party with, I was on the phone with my sister from Hawaii, at the time. She's in Hawaii. We're talking. I'm like, we're just talking. Oh, I'm at this birthday party. Da 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 da. I'm at my black friend's birthday party. Or she said, "Oh, you're at your black friend's birthday party?" Yes. I said, "Yeah, we're at my black friend's birthday party." And I've been saying this, my black friends, for a long time. And then she finally, after the party that happened, we came back into the car and we talked about it. And she said, "Why did you say my black friend to your sister?" That's when I was like, "Whoa, wait, what? What are you talking about?" I'm like, this is crazy. This is just crazy stuff you're talking about. Okay. Because I never knew that was, I got you so offended by saying the black friend. I've been saying it all along, and now you're starting to say, "Oh, why are you saying your black friend?" You know. And that was my sister, and she got offended over my sister for saying that. You should have said that to my sister. You should have never told me about it. You should have told my sister or something if you're that offended. And so, then we got into a whole conflict about it. And I was just very frustrated about that. Very frustrated about that situation that happened. And then my other friend from the bar, she decided to come into the conflict. She said she wasn't, but yeah, she was on her side, totally on her side. For the very beginning when that started, right? And she said, "Oh no, I don't know." Yeah, she does have something to do with it. She's not going to say anything, but she was on the side. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things she didn't want to video record because she didn't want to look like a dumb person at the end of the day. The one at the bar, she didn't want to look like a dumb person. She wanted to look like nothing happened. Like, let's just shoot out, take these out of the videos, whatever. And yeah, so, we're doing our thing with these friends. So I go to my job, another job, I get a new job. I have other friends over here that I'm hanging out. I have my best friends with me way before these people came along. And so, I go and hang out with these other people at at this new job I'm at. We hang out with them. Then I come into this other group, kind of young, like my age. I think a little younger than me. Actually, they're younger than me. A little younger than me. They're cool. They're cool people. And they're African American, black. And I had to ask them. I was like, "Oh, first of all, the one at the bar in the the one I met on Halloween, these people were jealous that I was going with other people. They never wanted me to go and hang out with these other friends. Never, never. You're gonna be by your side. Oh, why are you hanging out with these other people? I'm like I'm not like that. That's weird. Sorry, I'm sorry that you're like that. But yeah, so yeah, I go hang out with these other black friends. They are the coolest time, the best time to hang out with when you go partying. They sing along. We go on we go places, and these people didn't really have a lot of money. But we when they had money, and we hung out and we had the best time, and we didn't really argue about dumb things. There was some things maybe with um I would argue about my vaccination with her, that stuff. Like one of the friends that I met at the job, my friend, and then I met her, through my friend at the job. Um, and then the time I met that other African American, and then she had a friend, that I met, or through her, that was her friend. So there were two other African American black friends that I knew, and I asked them. I said, "Can I call you my black friends and my black friends, sugar, whatever?" She's like, "I don't really care what you're saying. They're just being a little too crucial over that, because that's just really shouldn't be a thing, I was like, okay, that's good to know, because I'm like, am I crazy or what is going on? She's like, yeah, no, they're just being a little crazy. And so I had these friends for a little long, and I had to distance myself from these friends. Now, one of them was really nice. The other friend, the fourth friend, the one that I met at the job's friend, she was very nice, um, very sweet, you know. But the friend at the job, she was more. That one was a skeptical one, because of one incident, and I feel sorry for the friend that now she's pregnant with the baby, and I'm so excited for her. I really don't get to keep connection with her, but I wish I could. Um, but I don't even think she knows the story. But my friend, the job at the friend, the job friend, she, we went out. We've been going out, and she had a boyfriend. And her boyfriend, I had Cash App at the time. And her boyfriend decided to steal money from me. And then I asked this friend at the job, what happened to this money? Where did this money go? Why did you steal my money? What? And there was no answer to it. There was an excuse for something, and it was just an excuse for this boyfriend. And she never brought anything up. Like, you never did anything. So that's when I cut myself off. She's like, why are you cutting yourself off from me? And it was from her. It wasn't from the other friend. Not, I cut the job friend off. Not, I didn't want to cut off the other friend, and she might feel a type of way because of what happened. And I feel sorry for the other friend, because she's like, what happened? Yeah, so I tried to be friends with her, but then I had to cut it off because of that incident that she stole money from me. Um, and then I tried to be friends with her again, and we went to the water park, and she almost stole money again from me. And so I was like, nope, I can't do this again. Like, this is crazy. So, she still tries to contact me. I'm like, girl, no, no, this is crazy. Okay. And then I had a friend before I met the one at the job. Well, um, so before I got that new job, I had a previous job. So I had two jobs at the time. So I had one job and two jobs at the time when I met the other African American. My second job, I met those other two. My first job is when I met this other lady too. She was older. She had a Range Rover. I was like, okay, this is really cool. You know, this is another African, but she's way older. She could be like my mother's age. I think she's older than my mother, or I don't know, might around my mother's age. Um, and she was really nice. She talked about her life and the luxury life, and I asked her, "Is it okay if I call you a black friend? Right? It doesn't really matter." She's like, "Yeah, I don't know what those first friends are saying, but they're just being a little too ghetto, or I don't know what it is, but it's not your problem that they um that they're having offense over you because it's their problem. It's not your problem." I said, "Okay, that's great." And I had this friend for a long time, and I loved her advice. I loved the things she was saying, but year after year, there were certain things I would tell her about, and then there were certain things that she never comprehended, or there were certain things that I always got attacked for my character, for things that I should have never been attacked for. Um, and so, you know, if I said, okay, the dog bit um the dog bit my sister. This friend would be like, "You're at fault for letting that happen because the dog bit your sister," and I wasn't even in the scenario. Okay, that's the kind of stuff she would try to put me in scenarios that I look like the bad person, and so I had to cut her off because it was just so negative, 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 you know. And the people I've had in my life from elementary, middle school, high school, these friends were just way different from the real world. So yeah, it really sucks. But what is your um take on black or African American? What do you say to that? Because it's just very hard because of the slavery that was happening in America way back in time before any of these people became alive. They had to fight for their rights, right? They had to fight for the right from sitting in the front of the bus to being in the same bathroom as white people. They had a lot going on with them back in the day. And so the people that didn't have to fight for these people's rights really concerns me a lot because they're mixing everything up. And these people that had to fight through slavery, to be sitting in the front of the bus, to be sitting, drinking the same water fountain as a white person, to going in the same restroom as a white person, those people had to fight for your rights to be here in America now, to be able to stand where they are now. Okay. And I don't know if the curse came in and really messed up everybody else's generation. I don't think it's the people that had to fight for the rights. I think they know what the scenarios have happened. I think a lot of people have mixed it up. And so that's what frustrates me a lot is these people that have never went through their time, the people that had to fight for their rights, and they're trying to look like they are the ones that have fought for the rights. No, sir. No, man, no, sir. These people that fought for your rights is for how you guys are here now. Now, in this scenario, now. You guys are here because of these people that fought. for your rights to be here now, to be able to have a say in America, to say what you want to say, because of those people that fought for your right. Martin Luther King Jr. to Rosa Parks. These people right there, those ones fought for your rights to be able to say what you can say in America now. And so now everything has misconfabulated. And so that really frustrates me. But I want to know your aspect on this. So I like to say Black or African American, but now it gets me triggered because of what my friends have said, because you said Black. You said that Black friend. So it really annoys me because, like, I have to be more careful now because of what I said. That kind of frustrates me a little. And I don't know what happened to their upbringing. I don't know. But you should not be mad. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. But yeah, so what is your scenario? I'm Black or African American. And yeah, thank you for letting me talk about this subject. And yeah, I needed to talk about this because this is something that I get frustrated about because of the people that had to fight for their rights to be here in America, to say what they want to say in America. And now they're making it more of a scenario. A certain African Black community are making it like they are the ones that fought the way. It makes me frustrated. Okay. Um, and so yeah, and I love Black and African American people, okay? So, like I said, I'm very diverse and I'm from Hawaii, so I'm very diverse. But when you try to pick and nitpick out of diversity, when I love my diversity and you try to nit and pick my bubble, that's when I'm gonna come say something. Because I am for everybody, even the Black community. So yeah, I love everybody, okay? Everybody. And so it's so nice to have Obama, Michelle Obama, and Kamala Harris now running for president. It's so nice to see that face up there. It's just amazing to see that. Where has America has gone because of the people that had fought for these rights, for these people. Now to be up on that stage with the high power people as president, it's just amazing to see. It's just amazing. I love it, and I hope the African American community, the Black community that agrees with me, agrees with what I say, and some might not. But yeah, these are the scenarios that I had to go through, and yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this episode today, and I hope you have a better aspect, or different thought of things after this podcast. And I hope you have a great day today. And also, my friend, the first friends I met, the Black friends, they were they smoked a lot of weed at the bar, smoked a lot of weed and a lot of alcohol, and so a lot of things happened with her. And I told her I did not like this stuff, and she still insisted to do it with the smoking and weed, and it was out of control. Like, she would fall and she wouldn't remember what was happening. And so the next day she was sober. I don't remember anything that happened, da 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 da. And so it was just, I was like, I can't do this either. Like, I respect people that, like I said, you can do whatever you want to do, but please do not interrupt my space. Please do not poke my bubble in a wrong way because you are smoking or drinking or whatever. Do not pop my bubble because you're doing it. And you are doing it. It's not me that's trying to pop the bubble because of your scenario. Like, do not come and try to pop. Like, I will respect you. Like, I don't care if you smoke weed. Now, I don't want it in my house, but you can smoke weed outside. I don't care, in your house, whatever. But do not come into my house and try to, like, no. Drinking? No. Okay. Like, there's certain things like that. I told you, I'm very diverse and I respect everybody. I respect, okay? And whatever the laws have done with the weed and all that stuff, I respect the law. Like, I'm not that person to say, oh, you should be going to jail because of weed, because of things. Now, the actions you did because of weed, that might put me in a different scenario. So it just depends on what it is. But yeah, so, and that could be on another episode coming up in a few weeks. But yeah, so thank you so much. We should have another episode coming up in the week too. But thank you for being on this episode. And what is your scenario on Black or African American topic today that I'm talking about? And thank you for being here on my podcast episode. Thank you for being here and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching my reels, the dancing reels, even though I don't know what the heck I'm saying sometimes. I just like the music. And thank you for watching my YouTube vlogs. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of my Ohana Angels on my YouTube channel. Get people to subscribe. Get people to watch my podcast. And yes, I will be fighting for your disability rights. Don't forget that. And yes, have a great day. At the end of my videos, I always say this to my YouTube channel and to my podcast. Ahui ho, and always be yourself, Ohana Angels. Bye-bye, and have a great rest of your day. Love y'all. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye.